Could you tell us a bit more about Faceit and the journey there, and how did you end up investing in them? And
No, the companies you mentioned are very good. First of all, an interesting example of why I do love my job. Let me spend a few words. Faceit today is still probably the largest and global esports platform that allow people to play competitive esports and gaming. And of course, they curate all the tournaments and then as well monetize the content created out of them, as well as set up events. The company, we got in very early. I would say on the back, the company was based in London, between London and LA, founded by an Italian founder, Nicolo Maisto, great guy. We made the first investment exclusively because we truly believe his vision, and we didn't know much about the gaming.
Which year was that?
2014, I remember.
Was esports even a thing then?
It was about to.
Okay.
It was about to become important. And then the company, raised more capital. Index came later on. And what happened in 2022, the company merged with AESL, which is another big esports platform. And then combined entity was acquired by, as you said, for $1.5 billion cash by Savi Games, which is owned by PIF, which is a sovereign fund of Saudi Arabia. They have a plan to turn Riyadh into the capital of gaming industry. Super interesting element. While Musixmatch is another great story. On Musixmatch, every time, the best way to explain what they do, every time you listen to music and you open up Spotify or Instagram or Facebook and you see lyrics, well, you need to know that probably 90% or not even 100% of that lyrics are provided by a company based in Bologna, Italy. They were born as an applications allowed to give you lyrics whenever you will listen to music. Of course, lyrics are great content because they drive engagement. So that was at the very, very beginning. They shift from a consumer approach to more technology approach. And today, probably they are the world's leading music data company. In the end, they put together a community of 80 million users, active users. Those are people they sync, translate, play, delete, cancel, edit lyrics. Musixmatch has got a strong technology layer that is able to curate, manage, and of course monetize these lyrics. And a lot of this content, IP content, is then licensed out to the Spotify, Google, Apple, and just to mention a few. And as well, of course, it gives to artists a way to monetize,
of course,
their IP, which is very, very important. The company, for us, was a great investment. Again, this is an investment back in 2013, if I remember well.
So more than 10 years, right?
It took almost 8 years to then realize, again, back in 2022, TPG, a US private equity firm in technology, acquired a large stake in the company. And the good of both companies, they are still on a strong trajectory to growth. So they nice story, great story of growth and technology. I think, of course, they not ended with the transaction. They are just the beginning.
Interesting. When you think to those two examples, and even maybe broader, it's always interesting to look in retrospect. You don't see a lot of things when you're just running ahead, so it's always easier to look back.
Yeah.
So looking back, is there a specific event or a specific trigger or a situation where, that basically moved the needle for them to go on the path of becoming a billion-dollar company? Was it something specific, or was it a very long, carefully orchestrated and well-executed strategy?
I think both of them, like any other portfolio companies we have, it's never a linear upward growth trajectory, never.
Okay.
It was full of up and downs. They went through changing the business model. They went through fixing the business model. They went through, a lot of churn in terms of, customers and people. And then they found the right balance. I would say the key probably points I would highlight in both of them and characteristic, great founders.
Okay.
It's been an honor and pleasure for me work with them, and I've learned so much because they are founders. They had a vision. They were really driven by a strong sense of dissatisfaction how the industry operates, and they wanted to create something new and disruptive, and they stick with that vision. And actually, they were themselves challenging that vision in order to keep on improve it. Second, both business models, I would say, unlock strategic value in the industry, but as well financial value.
Okay.
So I would say both companies, they run on, I would say, very strong financial position as well, based on growth, based on monetization of the traffic, of the users. And of course that helps because, what we learned on the last couple of years, sustainability of the business model is probably a very, very interesting part. Third, and this is something that we like as a thesis when we consider investments, both they create a very strong business model, able to monetize, create value, but as well very community driven. I mentioned before the 80 million users, active users of Musixmatch, probably now even more today. I don't know, I don't remember how many active players Faceit still at the time of the transaction. But again, we were talking about business model that were leveraging a lot.
Everything, yeah.
A community they built up.
Content, everything.
So I would say those are, to me, the key points of what made both companies very successful.